Mommy, auntie have some Ninja Turtle roaches. Welcome back, guys. That barefoot girl, the vibe is alive. Thank you guys for tuning in once again. Trying to do 2 videos per week. I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to keep up to that, right? So far, so good. But I really like your interaction, the comments. Nice, nice, nice. How you do? Today, I want to look at some of these little special kids that we have. You know the one them who talk some smart things sometimes. I have to think twice and say, alright, I face him just facey or him just a talk matter of fact. You know them type there? My second son, Corey. Look here. One day, the boy came home from school and no, actually, he was picked up and dropped off at the shop, right? The hair shop where I work. So I was doing a client's hair, and I guess the client hadn't seen him since he started prep school, right? So he's there swinging on one of the chair, and I just kind of wheeling the chair while he's telling me about his day. I'm standing over her and I'm doing her hair. All right. This client was a teacher as well. Not at his school, but she was a teacher. So I'm there doing her hair and he's talking to me. So he's swinging on chair but looking up at me and telling me about his day. In the midst of that, she butts in and just says to him, "How you like your new school?" Mama, the boy just looked down from me, looked at her and said, "A talking," looking very annoyed. And at that point, your mind flash and you say, "A rude and rude," or, and then you realize that no, he's just displaying what we taught him. Basically, as a child, he could not butt in a conversation without saying "excuse me," and because she didn't say "excuse me" and just butted in, that boy, no hesitation, "I'm talking." And when him said that, him just look, take him eye off a she now, and then look back at me and just continue conversation. Him the wrong or him right, or him forward, or I mean, that's how he was taught. You don't butt into a conversation without saying "excuse me." So, what you say? No, sir. I remember a friend of mine came to pick me up because then I wasn't driving, right? And she came that Sunday morning early to take me to my shop to do her nails. So she's outside the gate waiting, and I'm in the shower hurrying up and everything now. So I said to Corey, "Go outside and go and keep Miss such and such company." That's it. When we done put on my clothes now and me go out there now and get in the car, as she was driving away, she said to me, she said, "Janice, where you get a little boy there from?" So right away, I know say something when say. So I say, what him say now? She said, "Me just there and make like a conversation with him. You know, I just ask him how him like him new school." Hear the boy to me. I think I told you that already. And him not tell her, you know. I'm not gonna answer the question again because him already talked to her about that already. She asked him that already. But you know what, adults, when I mean no harm, it's you just feel say a kid. You know, I'm not going to think too deeply into this. So I can ask him the same question over and over. Another one there. Very annoyed. And he make her know. I think I told you that already. Moving right along. You have any like that? You know of any like that? No, sir. Him rude. Him the rude him say so. I don't think so. Him know him talked to her about that already, and he's just reminding her, right? But the difference is now with him and his brother, my older son, is that Chad would have answered her. And then he would probably come to me and say, Mommy, why is my son so always asking me that? Maybe he would have said that, but he would have given her an answer. Not Corey. Puss broke coconut in a female eye. I remember in Dwayne Park when they made open that Popeyes down at the plaza. And Paul took him down there to get some chicken. So Corey was probably about 4 years old or so. And when Paul come back, Paul give me the pizza. The boy walk good go plaza, you know, because, you know, I'm going to buy chicken, I'm going to go Popeyes and thing. It's a good little walk still, you know. But he never complained. Walked, they bought the chicken and everything. So Paul said when they got the chicken, Corey said he wanted soft drink, right? So he wanted bottled drinks. So Paul said he remembered that we had something to drink at home. So he told him no, he's not going to buy any drinks because we have at home. Paul said the boy walked like a bit, and by the time them reach, say, Dunbar Primary School, if you know that area, the boy stopped. He might hear Corey said, Daddy, I'm sick. So I said, warm to you. I'm sick, Daddy. He can't explain him sickness. But from him father never buy the drinks, and they get poorly. So now the poorliness turning a sickness and can't walk. All of it lift up. And anybody will know Corey when him looking at Corey was always a thick, you chunky. You understand me? And then a flan boy, because the boy they eat food. And that boy, Paul said me feel logo with that boy. All the way from down the cinema and because him insists him sick and him can't walk. No man. I want a special one that. And I think maybe you can relate. You must know some picnic like that where you might consider say them, you know, them out of order or them mannish or something like that. But sometimes, matter of fact, if you sit back and listen to what them say, it makes sense. It's just that sometimes it's kind of strange hearing it from a kid. You know, from a child, you expect a certain kind of answer from kids. So when them just tell you the truth, you kind of take that back. This other incident with this little boy is that a friend of mine had him over for the day, him and his brother, because she had young kids as well. And she came and got them and have them up her house, and she have a big yard and everything. And when she drop home the kids now, and so I'm sitting with him, he's curled up in my lap and everything, and he's telling me about his day as usual, you know. And he said, Mommy, Auntie so-and-so have some Ninja Turtle roaches. I said, what? He said, yes, Mommy. And they're big and they have the big wing, man. So enough make some people come here, you know. So I called my friend and I told her what he said. She said, you know, say, I'm that boy that come back on me yard. She said, you know, say, I want all suitcase I have under one tree out in the yard. With some old junk I don't want to put out. I'm going to have it back there under one tree, and through the rain wet it and sun burn it and rain wet it. It harbor roach out there. And the boy come scan down my place and come talk about me have Ninja Turtle roach. But in his innocence, and that was the Ninja Turtle season, right? Batman and Ninja Turtle and all of that. So I guess to his little mind, they reminded him of Ninja Turtle or something. So it was in his innocence that he came and said that, you know. It's nothing to like him want scandal or. But the things that they say, wow. And this little one, he was a thinker. He was a thinker from the very young age. But a lot of times when the kids say these things, man, you're frightened and you say, hold on there. You know, them out of order. But we're quick for wrap things into being out of order or rude. But if we really think about it, they're expressing themselves. And these instances I gave you, did you think those are rude? I don't think so. I didn't think so. I didn't reprimand him as such. I just know that I'm not too sure what when come out of his mouth when people start to talk to him? Opposite to his brother. Outspoken. That's the word. They're outspoken. Even though children put things a certain way, sometimes they're trying to tell us something. For instance, I remember when Chad, he was, in his, I think he was kindergarten, yeah. And we were talking about the homework that he had done the night before and taken to school. I asked him, how was school today? And he told me, and then I said, how did teacher like your homework? And he said, I think she liked it, but I don't think she liked my face. So I said, what do you mean? So he said, I don't think she liked my face because she grabbed me in the back of my shirt. Okay, so I am not that parent that say, what? She grabbed me in your shirt? Which part? So what you did do? But she grabbed me in my shirt. I just listened to the rest of his day and all of that, but I made a note to self that I would have to visit the school the following day and have a talk with the teacher. So that I did. So I went and, sat with the teacher. It was close to time when they were getting ready to leave, so she had a little time, sat with her, asked her, how he was doing and all of that good stuff. And she told me he was doing good, and that. And so I told her what he said. She said, oh my, I didn't mean any harm. I was trying to get his attention and he was walking away and I kind of pulled him in the back of his shirt. He said, well, this is how he took it. This is how he felt when you grabbed him like that. And she was very remorseful and apologetic, and I appreciated that. But sometimes this kind of lets us know that we need to listen and read between the lines and sometimes hear what they're trying to say to us. I don't think she liked my face. Can you imagine how he felt when she dragged him? So that he actually came up with that. I don't think she likes my face, meaning I don't think she likes me, But yeah. I mean, Chad is not the one that goes off at the mouth all the time and talk like Corey, but in their quiet ways, they'll get the message across. Because I remember at one point, how in Jamaica sometimes we do hair at home, and I remember one of my clients came, got her hair done, and she was leaving, but we have the little towel on the shoulder there, style her hair, she was leaving. I forgot to take the towel off. That boy Chad doesn't say a lot. He was just watching the procedure as she was getting ready to leave, and he climbed up in one of the couches, and when the lady said bye and started to unlock my door to leave, that boy just stretched up and snatched off the towel off her shoulder. So all this time while he was sitting there, I guess he was watching her to see if she was gonna leave with mommy's towel. Them kids, they're not easy. But we have to listen to them, eh? Them make sense a lot of times. You have to tell me about yours. So on the subject of kids, I wanted to share a little tidbit of information on a disease process that really affects kids, juveniles, usually younger than 15 years old, sometimes in adulthood, but mostly juveniles, and that is insulin dependent diabetes mellitus. So remember now, type 1 diabetes is the same one that they call juvenile diabetes. No, there's nothing that the child did that caused them to have type 1 diabetes, right? This is an autoimmune condition. What happened is that the child's body is not making the insulin that it needs to facilitate sugar in the blood entering the cells of our body, including our brain cells. So that's not happening because the child doesn't have that insulin. Remember, the blood is circulating, veins all over, from eyes, everywhere, blood circulating, carrying now that super sweet blood going all over our body. That's not good. While in the meantime, the cells are starving. They're like, where is my sugar? I'm so weak. My muscles are weak. My brain, I can't think straight. I have no energy. I have no fuel. Where is it? I'm sitting here waiting on the fuel, the energy from the sugar, but the sugar can't get into my cell. The sugar out there run all over the body, anywhere the blood goes. And this sweet blood, that's now reaching veins. That's all over our body. If you can imagine, veins even, you have veins in your eyes. If this happens for a long time, we call that chronically, you can go blind. The cells get damaged, therefore the organs get damaged. So if this thing continue to happen for long, yes, I said, I know good something. So pay attention. That little child, the body not acting right for no reason of their own, as so it go, well, this child will have to be on insulin now. Because their body is not making the insulin, we have to give them insulin. So we have to monitor the blood sugar, prick the little finger. You have different methods now. And also you have to give them insulin. And the big thing is the lifestyle change part of it. I know this can be frustrating for parents or caregivers, and so overwhelming and frustrating for the child, because now you go to school, you buy sweetie, you eat anything, you run up and down, and then after you say you can't eat that and you can't eat that. But like I said, with type 1, they can eat anything, but the proportion in which they eat, no, everything has to be monitored. That's the point. But you can switch it around and make it be a fun thing where the parents or the caregivers get involved and really bring in that child, so that that child feel like, as young as they are, talk to them about it. As they grow, they get more involved and they'll feel like they're making some of the decisions, and you give them kudos and celebrate them when they follow through. Yeah, man. And they'll be fine. But just understand what is happening in their body and understand the relationship of carbohydrate with high blood sugar in a child whose body is not producing insulin anymore. And now the child is getting insulin. That means we have to know what's the sugar level, because insulin can be a very dangerous drug. That drug can take you out, and it's not to the mall. Pay attention. So knowing what the blood glucose is before giving insulin is vital. You don't want to kill off the picnic. So blood sugar checks for the child, and also eating. The child should not be missing meals. They must have them breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and they can possibly have snacks in between. Just kind of space out the snacks, maybe 2-3 hours after the meal. No restrictions. They can eat anything. They just can't eat all of everything, So the portion is key. Portion control and how much carbs they eat. And remember, it is always better for them to eat the complex carbs, which are your grain foods and your starchy vegetables. So those are better. There is a place for simple carbs, like your cookies and your orange juice and your candy. There's a place for that, but that serves the biggest purpose in a child or a diabetic person who is hypoglycemic, meaning their blood sugar is low. They really can't even think straight or anything like that. That is dangerous, and the aim should be to get that blood sugar back up quickly. So instead of the complex carbs at that time, you would need to be giving them the simple carbs. Let them drink some orange juice. Grab a hard candy real quick. Always have hard candy in your purse or anywhere around the house, so that you can give it to them. Orange juice. Yeah, get it up quickly. It's not going to keep it up there, because it's simple carbs, so it'll spike and then drop back down. But you need it to spike to save life. You need energy going to the brain. You need it to spike up because you're trying to save this person from, So get it up there and then follow through with a meal or a snack that contains complex carbs. That's gonna help to maintain that blood sugar and keep that child or that person safe. And love up the child, Embrace them. Don't treat them as if they have a disability. They do not. That child can live a full life, but with education, you'll know how to care for that child, and you will actually help to teach a child how to care for themselves when they're away from you, let's say at school, or give them kudos, give them little prizes when they conquer certain goals and stuff, or when they abstain from something in a large quantity, in that kind of way. Eat a cookie instead of 4 like the other kids are eating, that kind of thing. So it'll work out. It'll work out, man. Just bear in mind that education is key. With their condition, that can cause a problem. All right. And bear in mind, do not get in the mindset to say, well, okay, we have the insulin, so it doesn't matter what they eat or how much of what they eat, because however high it is, we can just give them the insulin. No. If you consistently do that, you're gonna damage the veins running all over the kid's body. I remember veins are everywhere. So consider that. They can go blind. They can have kidney issues. They can actually end up on dialysis because of diabetes. But the good thing is they can have anything. Just remember portion control and choosing how much of what to eat. Get a dietitian on board. If your healthcare provider have not brought that into play, make sure you ask. Yeah, because you need that kind of help. It's a lifestyle change, and where food is concerned, it can be tricky, and you want to make the best of it, but you'll be fine, and the kid will be fine. Let them live a full life, and just celebrate them every time they keep up to the new regimen that they have to be under, because it can be challenging, but diabetes is no joke. Send me your feedback. Let me know if you have any experiences of this, and if you love this content. And if you do like the content, hit that like button. Remember to share now, and comment. Yeah, man, love the interaction. And so thankful for you guys to tune in to me again and spend some time with me. We'll talk.